Are you a fantasy reader looking to dip your toes into the world of horror, but you don't quite know where to start? Then you're in the right place, because today I'm going to rapid fire through 8 horror novels that I think are the perfect books to get you into the genre. Getting right into it with one of my favorite authors of all time, we have Don't Let the Forest In and Hazelthorn by C.G. Drews. Don't Let the Forest In follows our two MMCs who illustrate and write macabre fairy tales when they're at boarding school. However, this year the stakes are even higher because the monsters that they thought were made up in their fairy tales, well, they're actually coming to life and attacking the school. Hazelthorn follows our MMC who was adopted by an extremely wealthy older man, and when he mysteriously passes away, our MMC is left with the Hazelthorn estate and the entire fortune that goes right along with it. But the monstrous gardens that surround the estate are even hungrier than the toxic family that is coming to stake their claim in this fortune. Speaking of YA gothic horror, The Spirit Bears Its Teeth by Andrew Joseph White is another 6-star read that is guaranteed to change your life. This story follows our MMC, who is an autistic trans boy, and it takes place during the Victorian era in England. However, in this version of the world, people with purple eyes are able to see and communicate with the other side, and our MMC has purple eyes. After one too many mistakes, our MMC's parents send him to a sanatorium for sick girls, but when he arrives, he immediately feels that there's something off, and almost immediately upon arrival, the ghosts of the missing girls from the sanatorium, they start haunting our MMC, begging him for help. I recently read My Darling Dreadful Thing and Blood on Her Tongue by Joanna Van Veen, and oh my god, these were incredible. My Darling Dreadful Thing follows our FMC and her spirit companion, and they get dragged into the disturbed world of a very wealthy widow. When a murder occurs, our FMC has to try and prove her innocence by telling her story. However, her story is full of claims of the supernatural, paranormal, hauntings, and ghost, which is leading people to wonder if she's mentally unwell or if she's guilty of these crimes and trying to use this as an excuse. Blood on Her Tongue follows two twin sisters, and in this story, one of the twin sisters seems to fall ill and begin to go mad when they discover a bog woman on her estate. Her descent into madness seems to be intertwined with the paranormal, parasites, vampires, and the supernatural, leaving her sister in quite the predicament regarding what to do with this situation that just seems to increasingly get more and more out of hand. Now, moving on to Southern Gothic horror. My first rec here is When Devils Sing by Zan Carr, and this story is based on the Southern folklore of meeting one of three devils at a crossroads and making a deal with him. Here we follow our four main characters who become unlikely allies when one of their peers mysteriously goes missing, and as they begin to investigate what happened here, the rot that they find brewing underneath the surface of their town is even more deranged, sinister, and evil than they ever could have imagined. Next up, we have Ring Shout by Peter Jelly Clark, and this story follows our FMC as her and her fellow freedom fighters ride around the American South, literally fighting and slaying Ku Klux demons that have come into existence from festering hatred. This book also shows how easily propaganda and media can brainwash the masses and incite hatred and bigotry. And finally, for this list, we have a recent favorite of mine that is just coming out, and that is On Sundays She Picked Flowers by Yaya Schofield. This story follows our FMC, who escapes her abusive mother and flees to the uncanny forest of Georgia, which is full of haunts, monsters, and a mysterious woman who forces our FMC to face the realities of her very violent past. Do you guys plan on reading these? Let me know in the comments.